Hey, what's up? It's Tuesday night, jumping on Facebook Live to do a quick vlog. I didn't get a chance to do this yesterday, so I want to do it today and stay consistent. So just gonna wait for a couple people to jump on. And hey, Tyler, what's up, buddy? Pamela Matthew, how are you? Ryan Briggs, what's up? How's it going? Billy Craven, how are you? James Tavon, what's up, dude? Long time no see. How's it going? Anyway, just doing a vlog. I do these every week. Sometimes I do it on my business page. Hey, Jessica, Cherie, what's up? Haven't seen you in a while. But I'm doing this one on my personal page. So I got some exciting stuff to talk about, stuff I want to tell you guys about. Hopefully, you'll be able to come out to this stuff and be involved. Hey, Katina, what's up, Megan? Anyway, really want to talk a lot about home. So maybe you've seen some of my posts. I've been talking about home for a few years now. I was actually watching some videos on YouTube, and you know, this has been a dream a long time in the making. Hey, Lisa, Marcy. It was a vision that God gave me. It sounds crazy. It sounds a little weird, I know, but 16 years ago, there was a building in Canton, and God said, He told me, and I didn't hear it audibly, but I heard it inside. It was like an impression. Hey, Lynn, what's up, Sam? You know, he left an impression on my mind. He said, one day you're going to be in this building, and you're going to be doing something really outside the box, and people are going to come from all over the world to see it. That's what he said, and I never forgot it. I used to drive by the building. You know, I lived in Glen Burnie at the time. I worked at the harbor, and I would drive the long way home. What's up, Stacy? And I would drive all the way through the city, and I would just sit there and look at it. And I'd hold my hand out and I'd pray on it and I'd claim it. And I thought, you know, it was going to be mine right away. I used to, like I said this in a former video. I used to drive by and look at it every time I drove by. I'd look in the window because I was just waiting for them to go out of business and God to give it to me. And one day I totaled my car looking in the window. I was looking in the window and I slammed into the back of somebody. And that was probably back in 2003. For those that you know, Jay, little black Jay that passed away this year, or was it last year? He came running out of Good Love when I totaled my car. Anyway, so this has been a dream that's been on my heart a long time. And, you know, I've talked a lot about home to people and why it needs to exist. And what's up, John Grubb? Long time, brother. And, you know, like, I never looked at another spot. People were like, why don't you do it in Fells Point? You know, or like, hey, the parking sucks there. That place has been a million different things. And I just never looked at anywhere else because I knew that's where God told me it was going to be, so I was going to wait for it. And now it looks like it's coming to fruition. So I really want to tell you about home and why it needs to exist and how you can be part of, you know, making this place happen. So for me, when I was 27, I did this radical 180. Before that, I was, you know, everybody knows I talk about it a lot. I was a stripper and a nightclub promoter. I was just a scumbag pretty much. And what's up, Tony Scurdo? And I did this radical 180 and I tried to live differently, and I started going to church on Sundays, and I cut off all my old friends that were in the clubs. Hey Doug, how are you? Look forward to meeting you. And you know, life got super boring, and I was looking for a group of people to hang out with that were headed in the right direction, that were cool, you know, basically, because I didn't relate to church people at all. And there just wasn't anything out there. There was nothing to do. And I found myself sitting at home alone a lot, or going to the movies because I was just trying to avoid trouble. And I went to some places. I was looking for, like I said, a group of people or a place. I went to Christian coffee houses, and they were super lame. And I was like, man, this is what I have to do now. This is my life. And after about 6 years of doing that, because now if I would have met a girl, my story would have been completely different. Hey, Kevin Lynch. What's up, Natalia? How are you? Hey, Rebecca. But I didn't meet a girl. That's why my story is different, because people, when they get as lonely as I got, they date out of loneliness. But I was kind of waiting for God to bring me my soulmate, so I didn't. And I realized that this was a big problem, you know, for anybody that's, you know, trying to go this path. So what I did is I went back to the bars because I wanted to enjoy life again. I just couldn't do it alone anymore. And that's when I started picking up my bad habits. I started drinking too much. I started sleeping around again. Eventually I started using drugs, and I ended up back to where I started. And no one was more determined than me to change, and I could not do it. So when I see people that are struggling with different addictions, with alcohol, with drugs, with sex addiction, whatever it is, I understand it. I understand that it's not easy to beat, and you damn sure can't do it alone. And even if you go to like a 12-step program or a church, that means your life's going to get probably very boring, which is why we kind of created CityFam, because we're about doing the right thing, but we also want to have a good time. We also want to have fun. We want to build relationships because we know we can't do it alone. So home for me is going to be a place that, we only have a couple CityFam events a month, right? So I want to open a place, hey Teresa Swick, where people can go any day of the week, regardless if there's a CityFam event or not, and just be around good people. Now look, we're still going to have beer, we're still going to have wine, we're still going to have liquor in one section of the building, because those things aren't wrong if you do them in moderation. I, unfortunately, am a person that cannot do those things in moderation. I cannot drink, or I act like an idiot. So for me, it's a sin. It's not a sin for everybody else, to have a beer, or, when I say sin, I just mean like it's not stopping them from becoming the best version of themselves, let's say. For me, it does, so I don't do it. But for other people, it may not be an issue. In addition to the fact that I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, because oftentimes people that drink are the ones that need the help the most. So by saying, oh, we're not going to have alcohol there, guess what? You shut the door on those people, they're not going to come. So we are going to serve those things, but it's going to be a place of community where people can build relationships with other healthy people. We're going to facilitate a lot of volunteer events out of there. We're going to have kava and kratom tea, which is really big for helping people get off of drugs and alcohol. I've done some research. So we're going to have alternatives to alcohol. There's going to be food, there's going to be live music, it's going to be an awesome place. There really is no place like home. Seriously, that's why we're calling it home, because there's no place like it in the world. And for us, it's the big piece now of CityFam, because once that gets in place, the vision is, look, there's going to be people from other cities that are going to hear about CityFam. They're going to come into Baltimore and they're going to be like, this is awesome. This culture is great. Because we're not about being sober necessarily. We're not a faith-based group. We are about becoming the best version of yourself and just, helping each other do that, and helping other people, that really need our help. So it's a unique culture, and I know that people are going to want to experience it for themselves. So when they come to Baltimore and they experience it and they see home, they're going to be like, holy shit, there needs to be a place like this where I live. And we're going to say, okay, great, now you go back and build it, because they'll have to it's going to take a lot of work to build the base of CityFam in order to open a home. So that's the dream. That's the big vision. And again, home is a big piece of the puzzle. So why I say all that is because I've been meeting with the owner. We're having a town hall style meeting at the building, the actual building where I believe this is going to be. And it's the old La Tolteca, for those of you that don't know. It's right on Boston Street, 2324 Boston Street. It's a huge building. It's very exciting. Cynthia, thank you. Hey, Chris Wilson. Morgan, hi. So yeah, we're going to do a town hall style meeting there next Friday from 6:30 to 8:30. We're going to have 3D sketches. We're going to have our 3D rendering sketches, a video. We're going to have dinner for everybody, where we're going to have some samples of what's going to be on the menu: mom's meatloaf, country fried chicken, mashed potatoes, apple pie, all that. So look, it's free. The dinner's free. I want everybody to be there. I want them to see this vision, because we're going to need people's support to make this a reality. And I want you to think about this. How many people that are watching this video, how many people do you know that need something like this? They might need, they need friends. They need community. They might need a 12-step program. They might need church. But guess what? If you try to take them to those places, they don't come. I know this better than anybody. I saw my friends' lives falling apart, and I could not get them to come to the places to get the help that they needed, because they had an idea of what they thought it was about. They had preconceived notions of that, so I couldn't get them there. Well, guess what? I can get them to a bar. And if at that bar there are other people that have their shit together, that's where the magic happens, through the relationships. So that's what home is going to be. It's going to be a place to build relationships with healthy people, to help people become the best version of themselves. And we're going to pull people up one by one, and we're going to change Baltimore. And when people see it and they hear about it, they're going to come here and they're going to go back, and we're going to help them change their towns. And it's going to set off a chain reaction. I honestly believe that. So, you know, if you're watching this, I want you there. I put the link in this video. Next Friday, meatloaf. Yes, it's healthy meatloaf. Meatloaf! I won't use the cuss word. Anyway, so next Friday, I would love for you to come RSVP. I would love for you to share it on your wall, the event. I would love for you to invite your friends that would like to see a place like this open. It's going to be, you know, like nothing like it. We're going to have, once we get open, we're going to have a coffee shop by day, smoothies, you know, like I said, some alternatives to alcoholic drinks. We're going to have food, of course. We're going to have upstairs, we're going to have live music. We're going to have a vape lounge, which I think is great because, you know, people that come off of alcohol, they like to smoke. You know, if you've ever been to an AA meeting, you know what I'm talking about, because they're still an addict. The good thing, hey, Vinny, what's up? You know, the thing is with smoking, though, it doesn't make you act like an idiot. You're not going to go out and do, you know, something, you know, use or whatever your thing is. You know, it doesn't affect your judgment in that way. So we want to have a vape lounge there as well. But it's going to be a really cool place. I'm excited. I believe that it's going to come to fruition. I'm hoping by no later than September we'll be open. We may even have a sign up by July if everything goes as well as I'm hoping. Hey, Susan, how are you? Johnny Clark, what's up, dude? So yeah, come out. I'd love for you guys to be there. I'd love for you to hear the vision. Even if you don't get behind it, you know, you'll know why we exist, and you'll have a free dinner. And there'll be some music and some other things. There's going to be a lot of good people. I think we have about 90 people registered already to attend, so we're hoping to get at least 200 people there. Just to pack that upstairs room. It's an amazing room if you've never been there, like vaulted ceilings and hardwood floors. It's really cool space, and you guys will get to see it if you come out. So everyone's welcome. I would love for you all to be there. It's really going to be something that's good for Baltimore, and like I said, it's going to set off a chain reaction. I believe is going to spread to the entire country, and I believe that, you know, community love is the answer to the opioid epidemic. I had some friends pass away. I made some videos a couple years ago when Scott Hierstetter passed away. I said the exact same thing. I said love is the answer. Nothing changes people like love, you know, but it's all of our responsibilities to do this. So, you know, home is going to kind of facilitate those relationships. So anyway, that's all I'll say about that. I'd love for you guys to be there. Jimmy Akers, how's it going? Yes, I would love a press release sent out, Susan. Actually, yes, please help me with that. I need that. So, you know, just a couple other little things that are going on. We have a City Fam that launched in Harford County. So we have an event this Friday up at Jumbo Jimmy's. If anybody's up there wants to join us for that. We have a volunteer event this Saturday at the 6th branch in Baltimore City. We're going to be cleaning up Ambrose Kennedy Park, and we actually raised $360 for the 6th branch at our bowling event 2 weekends ago, so that's exciting. We'll be presenting them with a check. Dare Theory is coming up. Prices go up this Thursday. That's next month, but the price goes up Thursday. So if you want to, you know, be part of that big urban scavenger hunt happening in Fells Point. Nicaragua, we're starting to gear up for that. Our trip is full. We're taking 30 people to Nicaragua to build a medical center in December, and I'm really pumped about that. Jumbo Jimmy's, Tiffany. I'll tell you just one more part of the puzzle that, like, so Nicaragua's got really good coffee. It's super poor. It's the poorest country in Central America, but they have very good coffee. So the idea is we want to get the coffee from Nicaragua and sell it at home to support our relief work in Nicaragua. So, you know, we may open a school or an orphanage eventually off the coffee sales out of home, but we're going to definitely be sending people down to Nicaragua, you know, if not every month, you know, every quarter at least. So that's the idea. We have a lot of cool stuff happening, and, you know, it's been a huge sacrifice. I'm not going to lie. Like, I work really hard. I've been super poor for the last several years. I've been abstinent. I've been lonely. I've been depressed. But God put such a big vision. He dangled it in front of me. He's like, I saw it. You know, every time I closed my eyes and visualized, I saw home. I saw, you know, everything that he showed me. I saw Nicaragua. I saw, you know, us having a base in Nicaragua and having the coffee served at home So he dangled this vision in front of me and was like, I worked for it. And that's it. I sacrificed. And my life is, I make these videos because I've documented the journey as best I could so that people can know everything I went through. Because at the end of the day, everybody was put here for a purpose. Everybody has a reason for being here. And God, sometimes it's that thing that you think it might just be a dumb idea, right? Because for me, a lot of these things were just dumb ideas. And it was meeting with Lori Lockamy that pulled it out of me, helped me get real clear, and she made me believe it. And she made me believe it enough that I stepped out. And after I stepped out, it was just like one thing after another. And, it's kind of recently it's starting to snowball. For a while, it wasn't. It was just me doing the right thing and believing that, this wasn't just me imagining it, So this is why life coaching for us is a big part of City Fam, because everybody's here for a reason, and until you figure that out, you're not going to live at your full potential. So you have to get clear about that dream, and then you need to work on it every day, and you need to remove all the obstacles that prevent you from achieving that dream. For me, I had a ton. It was alcohol, it was drugs, it was sex, it was my career, nightclub promoting. I had all these things that were in the way. And I removed them all because Lori helped me believe in myself and get real clear about the vision. So I just would encourage anybody, plug in. We make it so easy, like even the coaching. I know that people were cynical about life coaching. I was, about coaching at first because I just didn't know what it was. But jump on a conference call. We do a monthly conference call for our contributing members, and you can be a contributing member with City Fam for $10 a month. Like for the cost that you go to Chipotle, you can be a contributing member and you get all these things. And conference call, a monthly coaching call is just one of them. But you can plug in and you can start to figure it out, because it wasn't until I did that my life began to change. I was 38 years old. I was drifting. I was a Christian, and I was really backslidden. But I would just say, listen, it's worth it. If you go, nobody gets to their promised land without going through the wilderness, so we all are going to have to go through it. I feel like now I'm just coming to the end of mine, and now I'm starting to step into my promised land. I'm still not there yet. I mean, for those that don't know, I don't have any money. Like I've never been paid through City Fam. I drive a borrowed car, or one that I lease very cheaply for $100 a month. I live in a friend's house in a room, and I've been single, and I'm 45 years old, and I haven't had sex in 6 years besides a mistake 3 years ago. So, but things are about to happen, and it feels real good. Like this is actually way better than I even thought it was going to be. So, I just want to see other people feel that same thing. So I would say plug in, get involved in City Fam. If you're watching this and you haven't become a member yet of City Fam, do it. Join the fam. It's free. I mean, opt in. You'll get our emails. Come out to an event. If it's weird, leave. I mean, honestly, it's not weird. Just come out, try it. I mean, geez, like people are very cynical, but I see friends that I was partying with, 7 years ago. Some of them that I was partying with 18 years ago. I walked into freaking Bond Street one night, and it was like, Rob, the whole crowd. I was like, you guys are still here? I thought to myself, like, damn, it's time that, hang that up. So come out, try it. That's what I would say. So that's really it. That's all I got. I'm going to do a live video from home on Thursday. I'm meeting with the owner. I'm going to do a walkthrough. I want to show you all the rooms, so you can see, where everything's going to be. And again, please come to the town hall meeting next Friday. Invite people, share the event on your wall. I promise you, it's an exciting vision, and it's going to be something that's very good for everyone that lives in Baltimore. You'll just have to come and see for yourself. So, hey, Nikki, how are you? Talk to you guys later. See ya.